Once upon a time, in a land far away, lived a woman named Mrs. Plum. Mrs. Plum was very kind and sweet. She lived in a town called Plumkinville with her husband, Mr. Plum. Mr. Plum was also very kind and hard-working. He was a farmer and grew crops to feed the entire village. Every morning, Mr. and Mrs. Plum would sit by the old oak tree and have their breakfast together. This morning, they heard a sound coming from behind the tree. Ah! Ah! Oh! So they slowly walked over. Mr. and Mrs. Plum were a little frightened. Can you guess what was there? A dragon.
Will you help me? I have this thorn in my paw and I can't get it out.
So Mr. and Mrs. Plum walked over to the dragon.
My name is Draco. Please help me.
Mr. Plum said, "Draco, this won't hurt," and grabbed the thorn right out of Draco's paw.
Thank you. Thank you. That didn't hurt at all. I come from a land far, far away. I really need to be going now, but please, take this for helping me. It's very magical. Plant this with your favorite crop. It will help them grow. But remember, make sure you take good care of them.
So Mr. and Mrs. Plum took the gift from the dragon and thanked him. They told him that their favorite crop was plums. They invited him to stay, but Draco said he really needs to go home now. But remember, make sure you take good care of them and find them good homes. And in a split second, Draco the dragon was gone. Mr. and Mrs. Plum looked at each other and thought that was kind of strange. They never saw a dragon before. And why did he give a farmer a gift of seeds? What did he mean, take good care of them and find them good homes? For fruit. The very next day, Mr. and Mrs. Plum planted the magical plum seeds. They planted all day and watered all night. They watered the plum crops every day, but nothing grew. The entire season went by, and not a single plum. The next morning, the sun shined brightly. It was a perfect day. Mr. and Mrs. Plum went outside together, as they did every morning for the past 40 years, carrying their breakfast to the old oak tree. What they saw was out of this world. Incredible, breathtaking. Words cannot describe it. Hundreds and hundreds of plum trees. They couldn't believe the plum trees had grown overnight. But that was not the only magical part. They stared in amazement, hardly believing their eyes. Hundreds and hundreds of beautiful plumkins.